Once upon the times, a little boy named Jack was a poor but kind-hearted. They owned a single cow, which was their only source of income. However, one day the cow stopped giving milk and Jack's mother decided they had no choice but to sell it. She sent Jack to the market to sell the cow and used the money to buy food. On the way, Jack met a strange old man who offered him 5 magical beans in exchange for the cow. The man assured Jack that these beans would grow into something truly extraordinary. Jack, excited by the mystery, took the beans and ran home. When Jack returned, his mother was furious. "You foolish boy, how could you trade our only cow for a handful of beans?" She scolded him and threw the beans out of the window in anger. That night, Jack went to bed hungry and sad the magical beanstalk. The next morning, Jack woke up to a stunning sight. Overnight, the beans had grown into a massive beanstalk that stretched high into the sky, disappearing into the clouds. Curious and adventurous, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk. After a long climb, Jack reached the top and found himself in a strange land above the clouds. In the distance, he saw a giant's castle. He cautiously approached and knocked on the enormous door. A kind but nervous giantess answered. "You must leave at once," she whispered. "My husband, the giant, will eat you if he finds you here." But Jack was starving, so he begged for food. The giantess took pity on him and gave him a meal. However, soon, heavy footsteps shook the castle. "Fee-fi-fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." The terrifying voice belonged to the giant, who had returned home. The giantess quickly hid Jack inside a cupboard. The giant sat down to eat his meal and then took out a hen that laid golden eggs. Every time he commanded lay, the hen would lay a shiny golden egg. Jack watched in amazement. As soon as the giant fell asleep, Jack sneaked out, grabbed the hen, and ran back to the beanstalk. He climbed down as fast as he could and showed his mother the magical hen. They were now rich, but Jack's curiosity got the best of him. Jack's second visit. A few days later, Jack climbed the beanstalk again. This time, he reached the castle and asked the giantess for food. She hesitated but allowed him inside. Once again, the giant returned and roared, "Fee-fi-fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack hid while the giant ate. This time, after his meal, the giant took out a golden harp that could sing on its own. "Sing," the giant commanded, and the harp played the sweetest melodies. As the giant dozed off, Jack seized the harp and made a run for it. But the magical harp cried out, "Master, master!" waking the giant. The enraged giant chased Jack, shaking the ground with every step. Jack barely made it to the beanstalk and scrambled down as fast as he could, started climbing down the beanstalk after him. Jack shouted for his mother to bring an axe. The moment Jack reached the ground, he grabbed the axe and chopped the beanstalk as fast as he could. With a tremendous crash, the beanstalk broke, and the giant fell to his death. They lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: hard work and adventure can change one's fate. In this story, Jack, a young boy, faces a series of challenges to the fearsome giant. But through it all, Jack shows incredible courage, not just in his physical actions, but also in his willingness to take risks and face his fears. This story reminds us that sometimes the greatest challenges in life can be overcome through courage. So, let's all be a little more like Jack and face our fears head-on. Thanks for joining on this journey through Jack and the Beanstalk. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to follow and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Stay courageous, my friends. Again, thanks for watching.